Hi everybody, welcome to Research Writing. My name is Karen Engel and I am your instructor for this course. And I wanted to send out a quick video to introduce myself a little bit more formally than I was able to do in the welcome announcement, the hard copy of the welcome announcement. And then also tell you a little bit more of what you should expect for the next few weeks as we work through writing a research paper. But first, let me tell you a little bit about myself. And I apologize it's so dark in here. I had to shut the blinds because the glare was pretty harsh on the screen. So sorry it's so dark. Let's see, I'm from California originally. My husband and I are relocating to the northern Washington area. And it's a big move for us, but we're loving it up here. We're really enjoying getting to know the Pacific Northwest. I work at Faith Life. You might know it as Logos Bible Software. I work as a copy editor, and I edit everything from magazine ads to marketing copy to blogs to long-form content like books. And I love it. I love the written word, I love the English language, and I love God's word. And so it's a really, really great fit for me. We have a daughter who is married and lives in Surrey, British Columbia, just over the border. And then we have a son who is in his 4th year at Oregon State, and he's also an ROTC, so he's a military guy too. We just love being near the kids and watching them grow into amazing adults. They both love the Lord, and there's just nothing better as a parent to see your kids walking with God. So let's see. As far as my background, I have a degree in journalism and a master's in biblical studies and theology from Western Seminary. I taught high school English for about 5 years before I had my kids. And now I just spend a majority of my time editing. It's just a love and a passion of mine. Ministry-wise, I run a ministry with my husband called Bless Israel, and the purpose of that is to equip the church, to teach the church about the importance of Israel and God's purpose and plan. And what that means is a lot of teaching, Bible studies, but then also taking groups to Israel. We do that about once a year, and that is just an absolute joy. So I love to run. Let's see, I love to run, I love to bike, I love to do anything outdoors, to read, love books, and that's pretty much who I am in a nutshell. So I loved reading your introductory paragraphs. It was great to get to know you all a little bit more too of the discussion boards. So anyway, as far as this class goes, this week what you're working on is your title page and your research proposal. And that is due tomorrow night by 11:59 p.m. Central Time. So make sure you get that in, as well as your 2 response postings in the discussion board. But what I wanted to note for the research proposal is, and it says this in the instructions, it is your thesis, but it's more than just a one-liner. So you'll want to make sure that you look at the pages in Lester and Lester that talk about what a research proposal is. There's a checklist on the next page, but it's a short little paragraph, and it's a proposal. This is what I'm going to be doing in my paper, the topic that I'm going to focus on, and then my thesis of what I'm going to prove about that topic. So make sure you read that section in Lester and Lester. And then, of course, you've got your title page. So make sure you get that in on time. Easy way to get points. And I did want to note that if you are moving along in the class and you realize, you know what, this topic is really just too hard for me, I'm not interested in it, or there's another topic that I'm finding more information on that I actually feel like I could argue stronger, you absolutely can change. Don't feel like you're tied to that thesis or that topic just because that's what you put in your research proposal. So you can always just shoot me an email and say, hey, I just want to let you know I'm going to be changing my thesis to this, and that way that I know. But it's no problem. The way that this class works is you're writing one big paper, and the way the assignments are set up is you're doing a little bit more on that paper each week. So you'll be adding to what you've already done. Some weeks there will be assignments where it has nothing to do with your paper and you're not just adding to your title page and your research proposal and your outline. You're setting that aside and you're submitting something else, but it's very clear in the instructions. But as far as your paper goes, the scaffolding is the building one part of the paper upon the next, is where you're building your paper, and so what I really want to encourage you is to take what I give you and the advice that other students give you in the discussion boards, and make changes as you go. So if let's say, submit your outline and I make some suggestions, like make sure to write in full sentences, that you make those changes quickly, and that way you're done. And then you can move on to the next one. And you don't have to be doing all of that at the end. If you do that, then when you get to the end, writing your final paper, it really isn't that much work because you've already written most of it by each of these individual steps. So let me know if that doesn't make sense. It's probably the thing I think that students are most surprised about, is if you follow each one of the steps and you keep up on making those changes all the way through the class, then writing your paper is a little bit more of a breeze. You're just focusing more on fine-tuning and filling in the body paragraphs the last couple of weeks of class. So I will be watching what seems to be some things that students have trouble with. Say, I'm noticing a lot of comma splices or fragmented sentences or run-on sentences, whatever it might be, where it just seems like the majority of the class seems to be kind of struggling with this area of writing. I will pull some things out and do some teaching on this side just to help you. Grammar is not a part of the class, but it certainly matters when it comes to writing your paper. So I like to just do a little teaching just to help you become better writers. That's my goal. You definitely need to learn how to write a research paper, but we also need to know how to write well and write sentences that are properly constructed and have all of the right punctuation. So let me know if I can be of any help there. So I think that's it. Again, make sure you get those 2 response postings in by tomorrow night and your first assignment. You can always work ahead. That's fine too, and I'll try to keep up on grading. So if you've submitted something for week 2 by Tuesday, I'll try to get that back to you as soon as I can. If you need to reach me, like I said in the welcome announcement, shoot me an email, especially if it's a longer question, and then if you can, also text me to let me know that it's there, because I might not see it for a while, and if it's something that you need an answer to right away, then I can try to respond fast. If it's an easy question and you just need a quick answer, then definitely text me and I'll try to respond to you. So again, let me know if you have any questions, and know that I'm praying for you, and I hope that you enjoy this class. It really is a joy to teach, and I think students enjoy it themselves once they get to the end and turn their final paper in. So take care, God bless, and have a good rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.